Top 10 unexplained sounds. 10. UVB-76 buzzer. Every day since 1982, people have been able to tune in to a strange, repeating radio signal being broadcast on frequency 4625 kHz. Known as UVB-76, the sound consists of a buzzing tone repeating 25 times a minute, 24 hours a day. In rare cases, cryptic voice messages listing names and numbers are mixed in with the signal. There has been no official explanation for these secretive broadcasts, but the location of the transmission might offer a clue. The buzzer is thought to have originated near Moscow, before moving to the outskirts of St. Petersburg in 2010. This has led to speculation that it's being used to relay secret messages to members of the Russian military. 9. Colossi of Memnon. The Colossi of Memnon are two giant statues of Egyptian pharaoh Amenhotep III, created over 3,400 years ago. Unfortunately, an earthquake in 27 BC severely damaged one of the statues, collapsing its top half. However, the remaining bottom half then began making weird noises, usually at the break of dawn. The sound of the broken colossus has been described as similar to an instrument's string breaking or metal being struck. The statue became known as a magical object that would grant luck to visitors, making it a favoured stop-off point throughout history. The only theory of the noise is that it could be dew quickly evaporating inside cracks in the colossus, but this remains unproven. 8. Quackers. Strange noises emanating from the darkest depths of the ocean were reported throughout the Cold War, particularly by Soviet submarine crews drifting around the Arctic Circle. Although the sounds resembled the croaks of a frog, the phenomenon was dubbed quackers, and submarine crews claimed they were generated by a biological source. The object or creature responsible would reportedly circle submarines, seemingly inspecting them, and would even chase after naval craft. It has even been claimed that a so-called quacker collided with and sank the Soviet nuclear submarine K-219 in 1986. Soviet intelligence concluded that it was a secret NATO tracking device, while scientists investigating similar reports in the Arctic Ocean believe the noises are generated by minke whales. Either way, Russian crews maintain that the quackers were trying to make contact with them. 7. Bloop. This ultra-low but extremely powerful noise was picked up by underwater observation stations several times in 1997. The sound was picked up by listening stations up to 5,000 kilometers away and was roughly traced back to somewhere in the Pacific Ocean close to South America. Debate over its origins have raged ever since, with scientists claiming that it was biological in origin, even though it's several times louder than the blue whale, the loudest known animal. The US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has officially stated that it is the noise of ice shelves moving. They argue that an unknown animal was extremely unlikely to be the cause. However, even some of their own scientists, such as Dr. Christopher Fox, have previously expressed doubts about this explanation. 6. The loneliest whale. Also known as the 52 Hz whale, this mysterious animal emits a call that is higher and shorter than normal, making it unlike any other whale on Earth. Speculation has pointed to the whale suffering from a mutation or even being the hybrid of two species. Others have suggested that it could be deaf. Either way, the unique call means that this whale can't communicate with its own kind, making it the loneliest whale on the planet. It gets stranger, however, as all efforts to locate the whale have failed, and original recordings of it have not been made for over a decade, leaving its bizarre call unexplained. 5. Slowdown. This strange underground acoustic disturbance was first recorded in 1997 in the equatorial Pacific Ocean. Discovered by the US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, it got the name the slowdown as the noise's frequency slowly winds down over a 7-minute period. Picked up numerous times since it was first recorded, experts believe it is most likely to be an underwater echo of the sound produced by huge ice sheets moving over land in the Antarctic. However, the specific source of the noise has still not been located. 4. Taos hum. Reports of a weird, low-frequency hum have been recorded across the world, most notably in the town of Taos in New Mexico. Described as like an idling car engine, it plagues around 2% of people in the locations where it's found. Many of these background hums remain unexplained, and those who experience it claim to feel it more inside their bodies than outside. They say earplugs do nothing, and sometimes the sound can even vibrate throughout their entire body. As its frequency is extremely hard to pick up on microphones, an in-depth study is nearly impossible. One possible explanation is a spontaneous autoacoustic emission, that the noise is created by hair cells in the human ear itself. 3. The upsweep. First detected in 1991 by the Pacific Marine Environmental Laboratory, the upsweep is a series of noises that upsweep for several seconds each, almost sounding like a car alarm. The level of noise was so high that it could be heard throughout the Pacific Ocean and seemed to be more common in certain seasons, peaking in spring and autumn. The sound can still be detected, but since it was first discovered, it has dropped in intensity and amplitude. Its origin has been located in the middle of the Pacific, near suspected underwater volcanic activity. However, an indisputable source and reason for the sound remains undiscovered. 2. Mispuffer. Also known as skyquake, this unexplained sonic boom-like sound has been heard in many waterfront communities around the world. Described as like a very loud but distant thunderclap, the noise has perplexed scientists who are still searching for its source. As it has only been heard next to bodies of water, some people believe it is the noise made by underwater caves collapsing. This would go some way to explain the shockwave that is sometimes produced. However, meteors, underwater gas vents, military aircraft, and electromagnetic activity have all been suspected of creating the noise, and its true origin still hasn't been discovered. 1. Wow signal. In 1977, a narrowband radio signal was detected by SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. It lasted just 72 seconds and was 30 times louder than the background noise of deep space, indicating that it originated outside of our solar system. Astronomers have tried to locate its source, but can only guess that it came from somewhere in the region of the Sagittarius constellation. The length and shape of the radio signal has been used as evidence of extraterrestrial life making contact with Earth. However, since it was first heard, no more signals of this nature have been observed.
If you found this video interesting and you enjoyed it, then make sure you check out 10 unexplained paranormal events. I do have to warn you guys though, it's pretty dark, it's pretty scary, but if you enjoyed this one, you'll probably love that one. So it's playing on screen now, there's a link in the description. And as always guys, thank you so much for all your support. I really cannot thank you enough. Until next time, laters.